Hi, I'm Alex Pault with Open Systems Media and Embedded Computing Design, and I'm here at the Things conference from the Things Network with Simon Kemper and Lukas Klein. They're with Datacake. That's an interesting company name, Datacake. What's that supposed to mean?
We were actually looking for a name, and we had a couple of things coming up, like thing, something with thing, and so on. And Lukas came up with why not using cake, because everybody talks about data, and so everybody wants to have a piece from the Datacake. And that's where Datacake comes from.
Yeah.
Well, and what's interesting is from what your company does, it's kind of like making a cake. You're integrating, you're building, and because
yeah, absolutely.
When you think about smart facilities, smart buildings, smart cities, you still have to deal with systems integration, sensor integration, communications integration, infrastructure integration. That's a lot of moving parts.
Absolutely, and this is something that we take over for our clients, because they come to us and say, we have this problem. I've got this machine, I wanted to have it connected so that I can sit at home, watch it from my smartphone and so on. And they come up to us and we give them a whole solution. So it's not just providing a piece of hardware, it's the whole solution that fits to their problems.
Well, and now solution is a big term. I'm going to let you answer this one.
Yeah.
When people say solution, sometimes they think it's end-to-end, sometimes they see a solution as a drop-in into that gap in the space that you need to select. What do you exactly mean by solution?
So by solution we mean that we take existing ingredients and combine them to a whole customer experience, so that we not just, for example, transmit the data from a hardware device into a cloud and then it's there and it's up to the customer, but we also provide visual interfaces, history visualizations, smart alerts on the smartphone, SMS, email messages, so the whole experience that you would expect from a connected machine.
So you're more consulting and integration, or do you have your own product line to help do the midpoint stuff? How do you present your solution to the industry?
We could say we do both. We have products that are plug and play, so the customer can take this into their machines and it's in the cloud, ready to go. But we're also somehow, we have the knowledge of IoT and how to connect things and hook things up and make it easy. And the customer in the end doesn't care about how it's done, it's just they need to fix the problem. So we're somehow also doing some consultancy to bring the best solution to the customer.
Well, I would imagine it's quite hands-on, because you've got engineering support, software support, and hardware support.
Yes, but we have some great partners in the market, like the Things Network, for example, or LoRa as a connectivity technology, which makes it so easy to bring things onto the internet or into our cloud systems.
Got it. Now, I see this screen up. What is this trying to tell us?
I wanted to pick an example of an installation, an actual live installation we have realized with the LoRaWAN system.
So this is real-time data?
This is real-time data, yeah, and it's coming from one of our customers. And mainly we're deploying cellular-based systems, and he came up with, I've got that one machine and it's cellular, but I want to have temperature monitor, and I want to monitor different things. And so we came up with the idea, we couldn't use cellular everywhere, so we need to find a different solution. We were searching for things like mesh network or Zigbee and XBee networks, but this, in the end, it doesn't turn out to be working. So we tried our things with the Things Network, and everything was, plug and play, and it was online within half an hour. We built the dashboard here on our cloud, and the client was super happy because he could see now all this temperature here in these live gauges, and for example, a marking when it's a bad value and so on. And he can also see this on his smartphone and sense values and so on.
Well, and this touches a little bit, and I realize we don't have a lot of time, but it's something that I've been trying to bring up as often as I can. The big debate now is on the balance between the cloud and edge computing. How much logic do I put in the device, and how much do I rely on the network to handle? What is your answer?
Our strategy is keep the devices as simple as possible, because then you have just one point to fix if something is broken, which is the cloud, and you can react in minutes. Our cellular devices do have software update over the air, but we're not hardly using it because we keep these devices simple. There are some use cases for edge computing. For example, think of LoRaWAN or LoRa in general. You deploy a gateway at a company, and you have all those sensors hooked up. So you can do some pre-calculations, or even if the internet drops, there's still a connection between the gateway and the sensors, and maybe a smartphone attached to the local network. So edge computing makes sense when there's a gateway, like a LoRa gateway, and there's some amazing frameworks like Balena and so on that bring stuff to the gateway where you can hook up your cloud code very easy. So edge computing makes sense, but it has to be in the right use case.
Got it. Well, that makes a lot of sense. So, before I let you gentlemen go, do you have any last words for our audience? Oh, and what's your URL? First, give us your website. Make sure nobody misses out on where you are.
It's datacake.co.
Oh, .co. Okay,
Yeah,
excellent.
.co, yeah.
Glad I asked you. So, any last words for our audience before I chase you off the stage?
We're super happy to be here, and it is an impressive show, and there's it's an impressive amount of people here, and
Well,
it's great.
It's a growing space, a lot of passion.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
Definitely.
you're part of that passion.
Absolutely, yeah.
We all are.
Well, Simon, Lukas, thank you so much for taking the time
You're
to be
welcome.
with us. I'm really glad you took
We
the
have
time.
to say
Thanks
you
for having us.
being here. Yeah.